baby don't, baby don't, baby don't stop, baby don't, baby don't, baby don't stop.
Been a while,
Hey baby, yeah. I let my hair down for
and
you.
I've been a missing you much.
You ring my bell.
Yeah. Guess it's been a while.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know you long for my touch. Yeah. Well, hello there, Rapunzel. Welcome to you, I'm ringing off your bell. I'ma climb up through the window, then still let down your hair. I come for the knock, knock. Hi there, Rapunzel.
Hi, this is Maria Thompson with Twist and Curves. I'm here in New York and we're shooting with the beautiful, elegant goddess, Empress Asha Mandela. She's in the Guinness Book of World Records holding the longest locks. I've just finished styling her hair and we're going to talk to her about why she has her hair so long, what inspired her, how does she take care of her hair, and a lot of questions that a lot of you have been asking. So Asha, how are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful and blessed, thank you.
Now, you know, everybody out there wants to know. Now, as you can see, I have no hair. So you know the question is, why in the world would anyone want to grow their hair as long as you've grown yours?
That's a question I've never really been able to answer because I didn't plan to grow my locks this long. I just started growing my locks, and as time went by, it grew, and it ended up being this long, but it was not planned.
Wasn't planned, huh? So do you style your hair? Do you do anything with it?
For 21 years, my locks was considered homegrown. I never styled it. Actually, you were the first person that had the pleasure of styling it for me.
And what a pleasure that was. It definitely was a pleasure to style your hair. So you said you've been growing your hair again for how long?
I've been growing my locks for 21 years.
21 years. Now, you know a lot of people want to ask questions like, do you get headaches with it? How do you carry your locks? So let's start with, do you experience any headaches with your hair?
Actually, no. My locks, I guess people mix it up with having braids. Like you don't have any hair, you go to the hairdresser, you get braids. Obviously, it's a whole lot. I've been growing mine for 21 years, so it grew on me. I don't have any headaches, any really negative side effects from it at all.
Okay, so back pain?
No, none at all.
No back pain.
No.
Okay. Well, that's pretty good because, I posted you on Facebook. So, I happened to show the one of you washing your hair on YouTube. So do you want to tell everybody how many bottles of shampoo you use when washing your hair?
Depending on the size, it takes about 3 to 5 bottles of shampoo to wash my hair.
Wow.
Because I have to work it in a lot because sometimes the shampoo is like really thick. It takes a little bit more. If the bottle is too small, I have to get a lot more because I need to lather it to get it clean.
Okay. Now, as far as drying your hair, how do you go about doing that?
Drying my hair is a little bit difficult. That's the stress about it, really. It takes probably about 12 or 24 hours, depending. Okay. For the first hour, it's a little bit easier because I use a huge bath towel to absorb the water. That takes about half an hour to an hour. And after that, since I live in Florida, I just lay it out on a sheet and kind of like to air dry.
Like so you're basking in the sun. Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yes, so it does take quite a while, but it's not like dripping for a long time. So it's not really that bad. It is a little frustrating, but it's not that bad.
Okay. Well, that's pretty interesting. I'm trying to think of some of the other questions that I know a lot of people have been asking. Is there anything you want to tell us in terms of your journey? Any obstacles that you've come across? Like what are the advantages, I should say, of having your hair this long?
Well, first of all, a lot of people always want to know if I'm ever going to cut my hair. A lot of people started suggesting, well, maybe you should donate it. Right. I am sorry. I'm all for the charities, but not my hair, not my locks. It's not going anywhere. In terms of advantages, it works really well for me. Like, I do a lot of driving. So rather than use a cushion, I just pack the hair, in the back. And it really does work with taking the pressure off my spine.
And I have seen the way she carries her hair. And I'm going to let you tell the audience exactly how you carry your hair, because I've seen that firsthand. And that's very interesting because, again, everybody feels like it's very heavy. And I wish we had a picture of it. But how do you carry your hair?
Well, first of all, the hair is not really heavy. Okay. I mean, it's heavy in terms, I guess, in numbers. When it's dry, it's 4.5 pounds. When it's wet, it's anywhere between 12 to 15 pounds. But I've learned to get creative with it through the years. So what I do is, like African women wrap their babies in a sack around their waist. I just drop my locks in the sack and tie it around my waist. It takes pressure off of anything, and I can just run around and get my errands run without a problem. So it's really easy. It's not as hard as it looks. It really is.
And I have seen firsthand. Now, another question is when you're taking a shower, because a lot of people have, you'll be surprised how many people have asked me questions, like I'm the one wearing the locks. So when you're taking a shower, what do you do with your hair?
I tie my hair up in a bun, like a huge turban bun. So twice a day, at least for 20, 30 minutes, my hair's wrapped up in a bun. And that's how I'm able to take a shower. I can't do it otherwise, because if it's around my waist, it's going to get soaked. And the only time I want it to get wet is when it's being washed.
Okay.
So.
Now, another thing, what about spiritual? Are there any spiritual connections in terms of your hair, why you've kept it for this long without cutting it? Is there any connection along that line?
When I first started my lock journey, yes, it was a combination of the transition from the chemicals and also that spiritual awakening that I found with myself that bring me in one accord with God in terms of my understanding. So for that reason, I sort of held on to it. We kind of built a bond. And that's why I couldn't imagine cutting my locks, because it's like another person with me. It's a part of me. It's kind of like a twin, actually, if you want to look at it that way. Yeah. But I just couldn't bring myself to cut it, because in everything, every which way you look at it with me, yes, it is spiritual too, very much so.
Okay. So would you consider yourself a Rastafarian?
I don't consider myself a Rastafarian. I practice Hinduism. I touch base on Yoruba and also Kabbalah. I consider myself a child of the universe. However, when I did start my journey, Rastafarians are one of the main people also, besides my other spiritual awakening, that really gave me the strength and the encouragement to grow locks, because I always had respect and admiration for them. So that really helped in the transition, but I'm not a Rastafarian.
Okay. Now, as far as sleeping at night, how does that work? Because I've heard people post on my page, that sometimes with the length, when they turn, and I'm in Hartford, so we've got a lot of sisters there that have very, very long locks. My sister, her locks are down to the ground, and they've said sleeping at night, sometimes it gets wrapped around. So how do you sleep, lay your hair so that you don't encounter any of those problems?
Before my locks got to this length, yes, you do go through that stage where if you don't tie it up, you can get tangled in it. I have found the difference with the length is that I can lay it on the side of me. Okay. And no matter which way I turn, and mind you, I got a king-size bed, I just roll everywhere.
So you don't twist and turn like I do?
No. Really, I don't get tangled at all. And if it's a time where I feel like I don't want to lay it next to me, I just put it in a pillow sack, and it's like an extra pillow. And really, I can turn with that, and it's like so much. Okay. I don't get tangled either.
Interesting. Is there anything that you want to share with the public in terms of things that people have asked you along the way?
Well, one of the questions people always ask me is it real? Is it all your hair? Can people hair actually grow that fast?
Before you answer that question, this is my second time styling Asha Mandela's hair, and I can tell you I had 2 other people helping me. It's all hers. It really is. I have the proof. I did it.
Well, that's really good, Maria. Thank you. I don't know. Sometimes I get emotional with my hair, because I understand that people don't really know for sure if your hair can really grow that long. So yeah, they ask me, is it really yours? Is it extensions? I cope with that. I like the idea that I was actually able to hold on to my hair, because for 13 years out of the 21-year journey, I've had a lot of medical problems that just wasn't going to work if I didn't get creative in trying to find ways to not just mend where it's going to break, or more so to like shorten it so that I can manage it. And that alone in itself was like, besides being creative, was really hard work. But I'm proud of myself for being inspired within myself to get that done, and also for other people. But it's been tough, but wonderful in my way that I've enjoyed it.
How do you handle negative response? Because again, I have had you posted on my page, several pictures. And when people respond negatively, how does that make you feel?
When I first started getting the negative responses, I'm a little bit sensitive. And I just thought it was like, maybe it's just me, but it's not really me. These things happen. Right. So in the beginning, I was not happy about it. I think I found myself crying and wondering, well, maybe people are really thinking bad things. And in talking to other people about it, I understand that it's not me. There's always going to be someone there that's going to criticize or find fault. So I've been able to come to terms with that. And now I let it work for me as in terms of constructive criticism, even if it's negative. Right. It makes me want to continue with my journey and even be stronger.
Well, the best revenge is to just conquer evil with good. Yeah. And let me tell you, it really has been a pleasure working with you. Again, this is my second time, and I really am honored to be able to style your hair. It's been a pleasure, and I have just had so much fun with you, Asha. I mean, you're a very, very humble person. I will say that about you. Yes, you have the hair. You're in the Guinness Book of World Records, and you don't lord it. You're very, very humble person, and I really respect you.
Well, I'm very appreciative of that because, like I said, for the 21 years, I refer to hairdressers or lock stylists here as the electric chair. Uh-oh. You could not get me in that. And I didn't even know if I wanted to do it, but right. Gradually I figured since I'm a little bit more in the spotlight, I have to have my hair looking all groomed and not keep saying that it's homegrown. And I had so many people that I could have chosen from. Everybody wanted to be my personal lock stylist, but I gotta say that I'm happy that I was guided in your direction because if you think I'm humble, I think you are like so cool. And I was really, when you put your hands in my hair, I sat there, I was really comfortable. And I didn't worry about a thing. I mean, I would say, oh, be careful of my baby. Right, but right. Really, I had confidence that you respected me. You know what I was doing. You know your work. You know how to make me comfortable in that area. Right, and I'm really, really pleased that I made that decision to have you be the first person.
And you're very welcome. Thank you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. Again, I'm Maria Thompson, and we're here with the beautiful Asha Mandela at Keston Duke Studio here in Harlem. He's the world-renowned photographer. I'd also like to thank Raif here in New York for providing the clothes for the photo shoot and for the interview, and also our Bamboozle for the earrings and accessories, and again, for Revenge Magazine. My name is Maria Twist and Curves. You can go to my website at twistandcurves.com. I'm also on Facebook, and you can join my group. We'd love to hear your hair stories.
Maria,
yes, darling.
Tell us a little about what you're doing.
What I'm doing here is I'm doing what's called a flat twist, and I'm flat twisting her locks, just so that it will have a little pattern going down the back, but we're still going to be accentuating the length of her locks. So what I'm doing is not going to take away from the finished look in terms of how long, showing the length of her hair. This is just making it look a little, give her a little royalty at the back here.
Face down, what? I'm impressed with the princess. Turn around, what? I confess, she got my interest. Though it's sunshine on the herb without the sea. I'm in the garden pulling your way. Oh, oh, hey. Hello there, Rapunzel. Hello there, me ringing off your bell. I'ma climb up to the window then still. Let down the air, I come for the knock knock. Hi there, Rapunzel. Well girl, won't you come out of your shell? I'ma for your heart that you like a Haskell. 'Cause I don't wanna wait in